All right, hyped to be joined now by Myles Garrett. Myles, you're here on behalf of Sleep Number. We'll get to that in just a second, but we got to play a little game of what's in the cards. This is a very simple game, a little higher or lower. So I'm going to pull a card. You tell me if the next one's going to be higher or lower. You get it right, you get an easy question. You get it wrong, you get a hard question.
So
Sound
this
good?
is a 9. Right up there, it's a 9.
No, it's a 2.
Ooh,
okay, so a higher or lower?
Makes it easy.
Yeah.
Higher.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, our aces, higher or lower?
They are lower.
Yeah, higher.
6. Okay, so yeah, you get an easy question here. Tell me your top 3 hardest quarterbacks to sack.
Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
Who's close? Who's like an honorable mention?
Who's close? Deshaun.
Deshaun? Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah, I'm good on that now.
All right, next one, higher or lower than 6?
Higher.
Ooh, it's a push. That is, the tie goes to the visitor here, not to the house. We're a non-corrupt situation.
We
here,
love that.
Yeah. All right, so another easy question. What was the moment this season that you knew Joe Flacco still kind of had it?
What was the moment this season that I knew Joe Flacco still? That first Texans game. My goodness, it was just unstoppable.
Yeah.
I mean, my man was putting on the money. He was under pressure, he was rolling out the pocket, dumped it off, and went down the sideline for a touchdown. I was like, oh, he still got it.
Yeah.
He still got it.
Him and Amari Cooper just absolutely cooking on vertical routes. I mean, out routes, comebacks,
Everything.
the whole thing.
It was, you couldn't ask for a better connection that day.
Yeah, that was pretty electric. I know people that had Amari Cooper on their fantasy teams were very happy about that one, especially late in the season like that. You know they like that. All right, next one, higher or lower than the 6? Higher, he says. All right, it's lower. It's a 4. So difficult question here. This was a great defense in Cleveland this year. It was statistically dominant, but there were some struggles between like what you guys did at home versus what you guys did on the road. So tell me what was that about?
What was it about? I think we got to keep the same level of preparation, whether we're home or away. And I think that LA trip, we have to be a little bit more disciplined. No one got any trouble. No, there was no problem. But I think it's a matter of staying in your playbook and trying to keep your routine as similar as possible. Going out and seeing a new city, a new state, that's all fine and dandy. But we have to be able to lock in and keep that routine so that we're able to have the same result when we get to Sunday.
Keep the main thing the main thing. And I mean, listen, I'm traveling right now. I've been on the road here in Vegas for I don't even know how long this went. It's hard when you're traveling to keep that same routine.
It is.
People underrate that when we're just talking about football players because, people act like you guys are robots, but you're real people.
You can walk around just like anybody else.
That's right. Hey, all right, next one up here. Higher or lower than the 4?
Please, be higher.
It's got to be higher. All right. Oh, it's another push, which again, tie goes to the visitor here. Because you're about to do the shuffling again, perfect time to ask you, what's right now, I know you've got a lot of interests outside of football. What is the hobby you're most digging on right now?
Hobby I'm most digging on? Learning new languages.
What do you got? What you got in the arsenal?
Nihongo, Turkish.
How many languages can you speak?
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm fluent in Turkish, but I'm a lot better in Turkish than I am in Japanese, which I've also been working on as well.
What advice do you give people that are trying to learn a new language?
Develop yourself in the culture, whether that's watching shows with the subtitles. Eventually, I think you should transition to just watching it and relating it to like what they're doing. Treat yourself as a child. That's the easiest way to think about it. Take it slow, watch children's shows, watch movies, and just try to accept all the information you can. I watch videos when I'm on a plane. If I have YouTube, I'm watching very elementary videos on either language and just trying to pick up all the odds and ends and also the kind of vernacular they use today. Some stuff is a little bit formal, they don't use casually, so trying to talk how they speak casually during the day.
To treat yourself like a child, immersing yourself in kid shows, that's a great one. I think if I'm trying to get better with my Spanish. My wife's family, they speak Spanish, and I'm trying to not look like an idiot all the time, so that's good advice for me. Maybe I'll check out some children's shows. That's a good one there. All right, last one here, higher or lower than the 4?
I want that 9. Ooh, a 5.
5. But what would, so you did,
We were going high.
We were going high. All right, so another easy question. Jim Schwartz comes in, like we said, we take that defense to another level. Tell me a little bit about him as a coach, like what he brought that helped push this unit, whether it was intensity, personality, schematically, anything.
All of that.
All that?
Yeah. I mean, bring a hell of a personality, a passion to the game that we hadn't really seen that defensive room. And it's just a different style of coaching. And that style of coaching really benefited us. Wanting to man up, saying that we have the best corners in the league and showing it. We're going to man up for the majority of the game. We're going to man up against San Fran, who has skilled players out the wazoo.
Yeah.
We're going to dominate up front. We're going to let these guys hunt and be physical and come off the edge. And then when they start doubling on either edge, we're going to start mixing up. We're going to start throwing blitzes. He had a plan and he stuck with it. And like he always says, got to lead the league and celebrations, badassery, and swagger.
Man, I feel like seeing from week 1 when you're doing like crossover over the center, I was like, oh yeah, he's got these guys like fired up, and that confidence felt like it bred all year long.
I mean, when he saw that the first time I did it in practice, he loved it. Yeah. He was like, do that in the game. I was like, no one's ever told me to do that. Stuff I didn't practice, and it's not always appreciated in practice.
Right.
But he saw it and he was like, no. I want you to be the same guy all the time. Take that in the game, help motivate your teammates, and allow them to be themselves as well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. It was a great defense to watch. It was a pleasure on the outside. I'm sure it was fun to be a part of it. All right, you're here on behalf of Sleep Number. Tell us what you got going on there.
Well, just working with them, being a partner with them is it's great because sleep is it's wellness. Whether it's physically, it's emotionally, it's mentally. That sleep is number one in how you take care of yourself. And my sleep is imperative to what I do, whether it's my performance on the field or my wellness during the off season, and being able to take care of the firmness of the bed, the angle of which I'm laying down, and the temperature. Being able to get into a cold bed, which has been scientifically proven to be a better way of sleeping, and waking up with a warm bed, which helps get you out of bed, helps you avoid hitting that snooze alarm. That's pretty good in itself. But also, if you're just regular person just trying to get some quality sleep, just know that you're sleeping on a bed. That 80% of football players in the league are sleeping on it and getting the performance that they do.
Hey man, most underrated part of taking care of yourself is making sure your sleep is right. Hey, Myles Garrett, appreciate your time, man. Thanks so much.
Higher or lower?
I'll go lower. Oh, what do I know? Thanks, man. Appreciate it.